Hello and welcome. This is my first recording of EverQuest, and this is a game that was made back in, well, it was released in 1999, and I played on and off through the years. It's a pretty interesting game where you can level up your character, and basically just, it's an open world, so you can go anywhere, and you'll get drops of armor and other things as you fight, and money. But anyway, I'll do an introduction on that game, at least starting out from level 1 in a different video. But in this video, my character is level 16, and I also have two characters I'm controlling here, so I'm doing a little bit of boxing. And this is in a zone called Unrest, and you'll notice that the graphics are older, and that's obviously because of the age of the game. But there are very few games that are like this, and just open world, and just a lot of fun to play. So anyway, you kind of get into it as you play it, and I'll just start now. So all right, let's see. So I'm going to go ahead and cast a damage shield on my tank, and I'm going to follow him. So let's see, here we go. This zone's a little bit tricky too. There's a lot of mobs that'll just come attack you randomly, and even through walls sometimes. So it's a little bit of a tricky zone to navigate through, especially when you're a tall ogre like this character is here. You have to kind of duck down to get through doors sometimes and things like that. So this is a damage over time spell that he's casting right now, and he's a Shadow Knight, so and there's another add-on here. So my Druid is going to help by, he also has some damage over time spells and also has some healing spells, so I kind of use him as more of a healer, but I most of the time haven't needed him to heal as much, so sometimes I'll have him sit during battles just to regenerate mana. That's what I'm doing right now. And this box that just popped up, it's kind of annoying that it pops up in the middle of the fight, but this is just the way this game is. So what it does is it's going to let me, it's an advanced loot window, and it's going to let me select things. For example, I want auto greed here, it's AG. So this will automatically roll for the item for this character. So that's why I selected, and I can close the box here. And then I can Alt-Tab to get back to my other character here. And he's going to do the same thing. He's going to do auto greed. He's going to try to roll for the item. And this will automatically roll it. So next time this same item is dropped, it'll automatically roll it without this window even popping up. So it's kind of more of a first-time hassle thing. And once you get it going, you don't have to worry about that window popping up unless it's a new item again. So. Okay, so that was a pretty easy one. It does get a little bit more complicated as you get in here, especially with all these walls and monsters on the side of them. Let's see, so the yellow mob just indicates that this mob is higher than my level, but still possible to defeat it, and it's actually not. Usually, in this game, you can usually defeat yellow mobs unless they're unless they hit really hard, or some kind of raid mob or something like that where you need to group with a lot of other people. Okay. And so this is the health of my characters here on this side. And now my druid's going to pass. Okay, so now this monster's going after my healer. Looks like my healer is behind the door, which is a little annoying, but so actually I'm going to send my tank after this guy. Try to taunt him. Turn him around, but so far that's not working. And I'm going to cast a few damage and time spells again. There we go. So some of the drops at the low levels, they're really old armor, and you can basically just sell them to a merchant. But And I'll show you in a little bit here what the newer armor looks like, or at least a somewhat newer armor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit down here, and if you're familiar with other games, this is kind of, you'll be familiar with this. But anyway, this is just the mana here of the character that's used for casting spells. So it's at 77% right now. So when you sit down, it regenerates faster. And Control S is to sit down in this game or stand up. So let me take a look at this here. All right. So yeah, anyway, in this dungeon, I guess that's what you call it, but it's an undead zone, obviously, and a little tricky to get through sometimes. So yeah, see, like right now, I just had 2 mobs attack me from the side here. I don't know where they are. Here they are. You can also hear the rain outside. So far this has been not too bad to get through here. The reason why I chose these combination of characters is the Druid is a healer and can teleport. Druid, I guess I don't remember the word for that, but yeah, you can transfer around to other zones by casting a spell. Not all zones, but you get the spells as you level up. And it just makes transferring your group around faster. Otherwise, you got to run through a number of zones, especially when you're. It makes it a little more difficult if you're boxing, especially. So. So far, so good. Oh, there we go. So the ghouls can actually, I can try to get through this door here. The ghouls can root your character too, so you can't move sometimes. So as you can see, my tank is the primary character I use. But it's very helpful. I think this combination I chose is really good. I like the Druid and the Shadow Knight together. Obviously, for it's good to have a healer. And this game has mercenary healers and tanks, but if you're playing a free-to-play account, which, well, right now I am. I've played in the past as a member, but the mercenaries aren't that strong. I mean, they get you through the early levels, but they start to get hit and die faster as you level up. So there's advantages of being a member, obviously. So I'm just looking at my armor here. So for example, this here says Defiant Armor, and if you've never played this game, basically it just means that since this game was created in 1999, it used to have a lot of older armor where it didn't have as many statistics as this, like for example the AC, the magic, the strength, the stamina. You wouldn't see all this in early armor. Instead, you would see just armor without stats. And yeah, I mean, for example, this thing here only has base damage 4, delay 28, no stats or anything like that. So that's normally, like, for example, one of the older pieces of armor, what they would look like. Okay. And actually, I'm trying to get the simple Defiant Armor now, which I've got a few drops, I believe, but this one is for another class. So I can't wear this one anyway, but I think I have a few more pieces I picked up along the way here. So I'm not sure if I want to go in there, but they're probably going to come charging out here if I stick around here too long. See, it's kind of hard to see what's inside of here. I could risk it, or I can go down further where I know there's like only 1 or 2 mobs in here. Let's see. That's what I'm going to do now. I think there's just 1 here. Oh, I wrecked one. So this one actually can be an electric. I'm going to get my other character next to me here. Okay. Alright, I'm going to stand right behind this one and get close. It'll probably find me first, but let's see. Yep, I did. Okay. These red ones, yeah, but if you haven't played a game like this, just means it's basically a lot higher. Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be a lot higher, but it's higher level than where I am. It's higher than a yellow con. So these ones are, you know, obviously not recommended to fight, I would say, but you know, it's still possible, especially these older mobs. You know, of defeating them pretty easily. See my health on my other characters got down slightly, not bad at all though. So if I'm looking at this while I'm fighting here, this is my level 16 Shadow Knight. And this is how close I am to the next level. Okay. I'm going to get my other characters. This is why I like boxing a little bit. It has its benefits, obviously, which I think outweighs the cons for the most part. I never used to box until the last few years. I tried it and I kind of liked it. It takes a while to get used to, though. You're alt-tabbing between all your characters, and you have to run around and things like that, as I explained earlier. Trying to follow your other character, and that isn't always easy to do in some of these zones. Oh, look, it's up there. Okay. So this is the outdoor courtyard of the on the back side of the whatever this building is called here. These are blue cons, which is a little bit lower level than what I am. The green is basically not even worth fighting. It's just really low experience. And here we go. This one's just a good one. So I really, over the years, I've really enjoyed this game. It is free to play on Steam. You can get it. You can also get it directly from the website as well. EverQuest.com. There's very few games I think like this. It's just where you don't have a bubble above your head or a bubble above the head of everybody that's offering a quest. Old school game. You don't have to go through a series of things in order to, make it, which I really enjoy. I think that more games should be set up that way, where you don't have to do what they want in order for you to progress through, and you're free to explore. So with that, I'm just going to show you a quick. You won't be able to see all the zones, but here's all the continents in the game. And I am somewhere, I can't remember where I am here. I think I'm somewhere on this continent, but I don't know exactly where this zone is. I forget where it is. I believe it's somewhere around here. But the world is huge, and that's part of what makes this game so great. There's just very few games like this. And I hope that you enjoyed watching this, and I'll be recording new videos here soon. Thanks for watching.